Hi Tanya, I wanted to give you some feedback on your work in ecom so far. So first of all, like I said in my email, I do really appreciate the fact that you are so helpful in class, that you really do your best to participate, and that you act as a good support for your peers. So definitely, I appreciate that a lot. Um, and I'm glad to hear that my the videos that I have in the weekly lessons and all of those things, that they're helping, and certainly just let me know if there's anything else that you need. And then yeah, I guess so. The your comment about the posts from others in the class, I think that's hopefully will get going. So if it remains a problem, let me know. So I guess looking at your e-portfolio to start. I like that you've it looks like you've changed. I'm guessing you've changed your layout on your blog in terms of the way that your stuff is organized, and it's looking really nice. So excellent work there. I like that you took some constructive criticism and you did something about it, right? Which is fantastic. And you've got a lot of nice things on your blog. You've got nice widgets and all of that. So one thing I'm seeing on your post is you've got your stats, and I'm wondering if that's like an auto post for you. And certainly those are useful in terms of letting you know. But I wonder about having it post automatically, just because I think it may seem I don't know. It's like we have to scroll through a lot to find your posts that aren't those ones. So I do wonder if maybe you want to only have those posts occasionally, like if you want to write a little blog about them, about your stats, or see if you can find a widget. There probably is a widget that'll allow you to track your the hits on your blog or something like that. So that might be something to think about, just because having it post regularly to your blog kind of clutters up your blog feed. Looking at your posts themselves, I mean, you're doing a lovely job of kind of bringing in some different links and things like that, which is fantastic. Writing kind of the very engaging posts, but with lots of information. I like that you look at you're bringing in resources outside of what I've assigned, which is really important, showing that you do some reading, that you're reading things outside of the class. One thing that I'm noticing is you are citing things like in kind of an APA standard, and you really don't need to do that. Honestly, you link to the article. That's all you need to do in a blog, and so you may just want to get rid of the rest of the citation. For a lot of people who just consider it kind of clunky. All the blog convention really is, as long as you've linked to the source, you are good to go, right? You're not plagiarizing. You've told us what's happened, right? So that's just something that would help kind of, I guess, make your clean up the post a little bit. I think the more you can do, I guess, in terms of making your posts kind of a choose your own adventure, like, hey, what do you want to explore next, reader? That's really fantastic. The more you can do that, the better, right? Blogging is a very social form of writing, so anytime you can kind of bring in other voices or allow your reader to say, like, I want to know more about this, that's fantastic, to kind of make things richer. So, I mean, for example, looking at your Feedly post, you've got, you talk about the different sources. So something as simple as, when you say the Free Technology for Teachers feed, just link to the Free Technology for Teachers blog in the, with those words, right? You're talking about Richard Byrne, put his Twitter handle in there as a link. Really, it's like a matter of making it as easy as possible for your reader to explore something if they like it. So that's definitely those are kind of some areas to work on, and then just working, I guess, on kind of the visual pieces, right? So, you do generally have a video or something, but even just little like finding little images to put in to kind of break up the text on the blog is really just kind of makes things easier for your readers. We've unfortunately become a society of people who don't really do well with big chunks of visual text. So just kind of keeping that in mind, I think, is helpful. But again, like these are areas to work towards, and that I think would make things better. But I do think your posts are very comprehensive and rich. In terms of your learning project, so you've already done like quite a bit. I mean, you've got lots of pretty pretty solid posts in here. So this is definitely a strong area for you. I love, kind of the images, even like the comparison of like, this is what this person made and this is what I made. And you're kind of making me hungry with the, that guacamole dish. It's really beautiful and looks so good. But so, like the way that you talk about the different places that you're learning from is fantastic. And so just, like we talked about in class, finding more and more ways to do that. Trying to find some communities to join maybe, that might be kind of, that might be working in your area, right? Like trying to find some vegan, I am almost willing to guarantee you that there are some pretty awesome vegan cooking communities out there. So, making an effort to try to connect with those people. But I mean, I think, again, you're doing lots of good things. I'm just trying to give you like some ideas for, going forward. And, I like that you are, you're taking pictures, you're adding videos, like it's pretty comprehensive, looks good. Looks like you got like your kid in there trying stuff, which is fantastic. So basically, I think it's just continuing to look for different ways to explore that online learning process and finding different kind of methods of connecting with people online about that. And then, again, just like that process of, thinking about learning online as much as possible. But again, like you're doing a fantastic job here. I'm not criticizing because I think you're not doing well. And then in terms of Twitter, you've got, lots of tweets. I guess like you're tweeting, pretty regularly. I like that you connect with me. You definitely, I guess, are, you're engaging with people. You have like a good personality on Twitter, right? Like you come across as like a real person, and so I think just continuing to do all of those things, right? Maybe trying to find some different Twitter chats to participate in, and exploring different hashtags, all of these kinds of things, and then just branching out as much as possible to try to like follow different people and respond to different people on Twitter, all of that. But I mean, I think from my perspective, what you're doing is great. So a couple of little things with the blog in terms of ways to improve that with the visuals and stuff like that. But I certainly would think it's quite that you're certainly on track to get over a 90 in the class. So just I guess let me know if you have any questions, and thanks again for all of your participation.